Hi guys, so some of the greatest questions asked of politicians don't always come from journalists, but members of the public. Now they're usually sprung on members of parliament when they least expect it, but sometimes they can be asked in the most comfortable surroundings ever. Prime Minister Boris Johnson sat down with the CEO of website MumsNet, the UK's most popular parenting website. Justine Roberts asked Boris Johnson a simple question, but one that put him on the spot. Have a listen.
This is a pretty typical question that sums up the mood on MumsNet, I'd say, from a user who goes by the name of Tim Booth's Eyes. She'd like to know, why should we believe anything you say when it has been proven you're a habitual liar?
Well, first of all, don't agree with the conclusion that Tim, the questioner asked, but or the premise of the question. But look, I think the best way for me to answer that is to say, look at what I get on and deliver, and what I say I'm going to deliver.
And this is part of the problem with Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson knows he will lie, and many people voted for him knowing that he was a liar. But they voted for him in order to get something done, be it Brexit, be it fixing the NHS, be it dealing with crime, whatever. So people put aside the idea that, okay, he's a liar. Yes, we know he's a liar. But we're going to vote for him in order for him to do something. But the problem with that is when somebody says, I'm going to do something, and they are a pathological liar, then they're probably not going to do that thing. So why the hell did you vote for them in the first place? And Johnson here saying, yeah, look, never mind me lying, in a sense, look at what I've done. Well, what have you done?
And that's what I'm in politics to do, to try to make life better for people if I possibly can. I'm there to try to get the country. I was elected at a particularly difficult time in politics to get some tough things done. Things then became, if anything, even more difficult because of the pandemic. But if you look at what we're doing, we're getting on and delivering. And I would say, look at getting many more police out on the streets to make our streets safer.
Which is a lie. So he was asked about why anyone should believe him because he's a liar. And the first thing he lists as his achievement is a lie. Now, what is he talking about here? Well, the number of police officers that were hired just replaces the number, or actually less, about 1,000 police officers less, the replacement of those who have left the force, either retired or changed job or whatever. So Johnson has not actually added new police officers. He's just replaced the ones that have left and is still 1,000 short.
We've already got about 13,000 more. Neighbourhood crime down substantially. Look at what we've done with our NHS, which I made a big thing about.
So I think
another lie Boris Johnson promised to build 40 hospitals. Where are these hospitals? 40 hospitals. Do you remember back in 2019, Boris Johnson said, we're going to build 40 hospitals. Where are they? Another lie.
We're going to come on.
My answer about trust is people throw all sorts of accusations at me about all sorts of things. Ever since I drove around with a sign on a bus.
The £350 million for the NHS. The lie, the core lie of Brexit. Vote for us, we're going to get Brexit done. Vote for Brexit, it's going to return money to the NHS. And obviously that was another lie because there was an increase in national insurance contributions to fund the NHS. And even this increase in national insurance contributions isn't going to fully fund the NHS. So there we have another lie. The 350 million was not going to fund the NHS because if it did, then why was it necessary to increase national insurance contributions? He was asked about lying, and all he's done in this interview so far is lie.
And they have all sorts of reasons for saying that. But I think you just got to look at the record of what I deliver.
Okay.
And that's it. Park for a moment my lying and look at my record. But unfortunately for Boris Johnson, his record is wanting. What has he delivered? Well, he said he'd get Brexit done. We're still talking about Brexit. He talked about we needed to leave the EU in order to have the fastest rollout of the vaccine in Europe. That was another lie. We're going to spend the £350 million, saved from sending it to Europe for the NHS. Another lie. We're not going to put a border in the Irish Sea. Another lie. Just lie after lie after lie, and he tries to claim that, well, just ignore my lies and look at what I've achieved. But once again, if somebody says I'm going to achieve X, and all they can do is lie, and they don't achieve X, then you have to put it down to lies. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.